invested in the seed round of Yahoo and many other companies, CNET.com in China and so forth. And then that was going well, and I was doing better with my investment than legal fees. But I realized that by being a venture capital investor, I could even work closer with companies. And so that's why I made the transition from being a startup lawyer to being a tech venture capitalist. What VCs really want to invest in are companies that initially can unlock growth. Because if you don't unlock growth, then it's really hard for the company to sort of be successful. So the first step is, how can this company unlock growth? And then after it unlocks growth, the next thing is that there'll be other companies, competitors that have unlocked growth at the same time. And so there's now a race to see who's going to be the winner. And so the first is unlock growth. The second is to be the winner of the category you're in, and we call that category leader. So the ones that become category leaders are the ones that then go public, they become unicorns, and they become successful. So that's the normal sequence that we see, is that you found a company, you get some customers to like product market fit, you unlock growth, and then you be the category winner, and then with that, you become the unicorn. Well, investing in venture is typically not the main purpose of any large corporation, and so it's not the major focus of a company. And so as a result, secondary activities are generally not as good as their primary ones, whether you're a Korean company or a U.S. company. So I think the key to corporations, for them to invest successfully in venture capital, is to make it very clear what their objective is. Is the objective to generate returns? Is the objective to gain early access to new technologies, new markets? Is the objective to form strategic relationships by making strategic investments? Each of the three are very good objectives. It's just that it's hard to do all three or two out of the three. It's best to just pick one and then make that successful. And I think the challenge for corporate VCs is that they're trying to do more than one objective. Whereas for us, or any just traditional financial investor, we only have one objective, which is to generate returns. We've, as you mentioned, we've invested in 컴투스에, and we've also invested in Hagen, which is the successor to 컴투스에, and they just recently announced a big financing as well too. So they're building a successful metaverse called Play Together. So really excited about that, and working with the 컴투스에 founders again. I mean, they're great people and great entrepreneurs. We've also been investing in, related to our core thesis, B2B software. And so we've invested in Blind in Korea. We think that Blind has the opportunity to really disrupt the whole employee relationship and become the sort of voice of the modern labor union in the future. So we feel like Blind could be a very disruptive company. So my interest ever since I was in high school was how to build the perfect corporation. Because I felt like corporations was the foundation to sort of modern society. And so, because we spend so much time at work with our colleagues, and that's our community. And so I was really interested in trying to understand why certain corporations succeed, why certain ones fail, and how to make successful corporations. And so what I did is that after law school, I moved to Silicon Valley because I just wanted to work with a lot of startups, because each one is like a test case of a corporation to see which ones succeed, which ones fail, and why. And so I worked in the beginning as a startup attorney and helped about 200 startups through the entire startup journey, and made personal investments. Like I invested in the seed round at Yahoo and many other companies, Sina.com in China and so forth. And then that was going well, and I was doing better with my investment than legal fees. But I realized that by being a venture capital investor, I could even work closer with companies. And so that's why I made the transition from being a startup lawyer to being a tech venture capitalist. But it all ties to this idea of how to build successful companies. My prediction would be highly accurate, but no, I mean I think the way I look at it is I feel like I'm playing blackjack with a card counting strategy. So each investment is like a blackjack hand, is random. And so it can go up or down. But if you have a very good card counting strategy, then you can have the odds in your favor. And that's how I feel like how we're investing right now is, every company we invest in, we hope succeeds, but there's a lot of randomness. But because of our overall card counting strategy, the odds are in our favor. And so as a result, all our funds have made money, even in bad times. And, we've been generating close to like 50% gross IRR over the last, 10 years. So at Storm, what we strive for as a North Star is building enterprise leaders. And that's the North Star that serves us in terms of what we want to be internally and how we rate ourselves and how successful we are. And that's also sort of externally in terms of what we hope to provide in working with other founders or other VCs as well. And so the idea of building enterprise leaders is to help founders, especially first-time founders, become successful leaders, or to help companies, startups which are young, also become successful category leaders as well too. And we say enterprise because we're B2B focused. So our motto for the firm is building enterprise leaders.